Go ahead.
Nine
Yes.
is that the name? Okay, so in Africa, there's a group of small towns,
Uh-huh.
and one town is called, and you can look it up on the map. It's true, is called Kimberley, and then north of that is a town called Kanye, and the town in between that town is called North. So that's their sort of educated, overly thought out,
Why they called their kid Northwest?
North is because it meets in between
I
Kanye
think
and
they
Kimberly.
discovered that after the fact. I seriously doubt it was before that, but whatever.
How old is this kid now? How old is Northwest?
Two,
Like
right?
2, 3,
I think she's 2, right?
and they
She's a
just now
little
coming up with this.
sassy.
I feel like they came with the shit the last minute because someone was asking.
I agree.
Like, this kid is 2 years old, and y'all are just now. We came with this name because I don't buy it.
Do y'all remember that whole bashing thing with the guy in New York at the it's called Dallas Barbecue? The Muslim guy was accused by the 2 gay guys of coming over and beating them over the head with a chair. Remember that?
No,
But I love Dallas barbecue.
Oh my
It's good.
God. No, God, how could you not know? It was like everywhere, all over the news this year. Anyway,
Yeah.
earlier this year. But yeah, anyway, these 2 gay guys were at the Dallas barbecue in New York City, and this is what he said happened. They were sitting there, and this black Muslim guy says something snide to them about them being like, well, who's the girl or something like that. I don't know what he said. And then so then he comes up behind one of them, the Muslim guy does, and he hits one of the gay guys over the head with a chair. I mean, a wooden chair, and it like breaks his skull open practically. And then they flee. It turns out that, and then they go to tell the press. Turns out that this was not even about what they said. What happened is the other security camera, because we had 2 there, they had 2 there, showed that actually the gay guy went over to the Muslim guy and threw something, a bottle at him or something like that at him first. Then the black guy comes over there and does that ultimately. So I just wondered if you'd heard about the story. You don't know about the story, then there's no fucking reason to talk about it. Let's just move on.
So wait a minute. So are they saying? So who? I mean, so who?
They're saying that the 2
initiated
white gay guys lied and made up. They've discovered several things they lied about. One of the things they did is they went directly to the press. They didn't go to the police first after the so-called attack happened to them. And they were both attacked. I mean, both of them were attacked. It's not that they weren't attacked. It's just that they lied about how it happened and who instigated it. And so it was just a big, really huge story all this year about more the gay guy, or this gay guy's getting bashed. And actually, it wasn't really the way they said. That's all. Now, did you hear about Brent Ray Fraser? He's a hot penis artist. Have you seen him?
No.
Okay, you have to click on the link. You should probably go to the page and click on the link. He is this really hot guy.
He's a porn star?
No, he's not a porn star. He's an artist.
What's his name?
Brent Ray Fraser, Fraser. And he actually he was on X Factor in France or something, or America's Got Talent, or France's Got Talent, or some shit like that. Anyway, and he actually paints paintings with his penis. Naked.
I did see this. Yeah.
He's totally naked, and he's totally hot, by the way. Totally hot, in my opinion. He does it for me anyway. I don't know about y'all, but anyway. And he's paints these beautiful, amazing paintings, if you actually go to his page, with his penis as his brush. Now, obviously, this is just a way for people to get attention.
Wouldn't that hurt?
No, why would it hurt?
I mean, you're rubbing your
I don't think it's hard. It's not. It's flaccid. I don't think it's hard.
Well, I'm not even that, but when you rub up against something hard like a wall, or I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
It's on a canvas. Anyway, no, I wondered if you'd seen it about it. It's pretty interesting. So check them out if any of you's listening and you want to see about.
Yeah, it is cool. I was looking at them. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
But what? I
was going to say, is that art? I think art it doesn't matter what you make it with. I mean, it's a medium.
Yeah, of course it's art.
Yeah, I agree. What were you going to say, Jason?
We can move on.
No, go talk, bitch. What?
No, I was just thinking to myself, is this really supposed to be art? I mean, he has nice paintings from what I see, but the way he's using it, it's.
Why does that matter, though? That's what I was asking.
It's just.
I think it's really just a way for him to get attention.
The definition of art, which I'm not a fan of the definition of art, but.
I don't know. I just feel like I think it's partially for attention, but
it's the expression or application of human creative skill and imagination.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so.
Well, there you go. That's art then.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about before we move on. Have either of you seen? I talked about this show earlier in the year. The show called Transparent. Have you seen that on Amazon?
No.
No.
Y'all are just so whatever. Anyway, I told you about it before. It's a really good show. You should probably watch. At least watch the first episode. You'll be hooked. But anyway, it's about Jeffrey. What's his name? The guy he was on the Three's Company in the 80s. What the fuck's his name? Jeffrey Tambor. And he plays, it's based on a true story about this 70-year-old man who he's transitioning to becoming a woman, and his kid's finding out and all this kind of stuff. There's a gay kid and everything else. Anyway, it's coming back December 11th. So those of you who are interested in watching it, go watch Transparent on Amazon. It's coming back on December 11th. It's a very good show. Now let's talk about, I guess, Patti LaBelle or something.
I just want to say congrats to Patti LaBelle, or James Rice Chanel and Patti LaBelle. They're going to be doing a
Christmas.
a cooking special, like a Christmas cooking special or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I just want to say congrats to that. That's all.
Yes, and thank goodness she's finally going to get this boy some money for all the damn money that she made off of him.
Yeah. So congrats to him. That's all I have to say about that. Hello.
Donovan? Maybe he died. If he's the guy, if you guys don't know, he's the guy that did the Patti LaBelle.
Hello?
Patty Pie. You know.
Yeah, we're
Pie.
here.
I'm sorry. Hello. I'm
I'm
sorry.
like, did you pat?
I had a technical difficulty. I'm sorry. Cool. So Patti LaBelle's going to give that guy some money. That's good. I don't think she really owes him any money. I just think that
she doesn't
it's nice
owe
that she's
him money,
doing it.
but I feel like it's a nice gesture and it would be entertaining.
Agreed.
Right. I agree too. And you want to talk about The Wiz?
Oh, I missed it, but it brought in. They said it received like 11.5 million viewers.
Mm-hmm.
The only complaint that I heard about it was that. Well, actually, there was two complaints. One complaint was it was a play, but people thought it was going to be a movie. Mm-hmm. So people were just like, "Oh, it's a play, it's not a movie."
That's their own damn fault. Next.
Yeah. So, but actually, I thought it was going to be a movie too, not a play. But I mean, when I found out it was a play, I was like, it wasn't a big deal for me. But I guess people got all bent out of shape about it. And then there were some people that on social media, of course, that were like, "Oh, well,
it's called The Wiz Live. How do you think that's a movie?" Whatever. Go on.
Well, I mean, yeah, exactly. But
not paying attention. Okay.
I wasn't paying attention because I just heard about The Wiz. I didn't hear about the live part, but that's my fault. So. And then also, people got on social media and they were just like, "Oh, they're doing The Wiz with an all-black cast." But how come they did what about the? I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, hello, they did The Wizard of Oz with an all-white cast with Judy Garland. Hello,
but The Wiz was always a black cast. It was always meant to be the.
But I think these were young, like really young people, because they was like, "Oh, well, they didn't do it with the all-white cast," and I'm like, "Yes, they did. They had The Wizard of Oz with Judy Garland." Hello.
No, and trust, I was reading because I was like live tweeting The Wiz Live, and I was reading all the like people that were going in on those. They were going in like groups of hundreds of people and like attacking them and be like, "You're uneducated, you educate yourself," and people were changing their profiles to like where it would say in the profile like, "I am now aware that The Wiz Live is not The Wizard of Oz, and it is not an all-black cast of the original Wizard of Oz. I am now educated. I am going to check out the one with Michael Jackson and Diana Ross. Please leave me alone." Like, it was so funny.
They made fun of it on SNL this weekend, actually. And they had The Wiz, actually The Wiz, and they were doing The Wiz, whatever. And then they had the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz there, and he's like, and trying to show him that there's dances and stuff. She's like, "What are you doing?" And it just, I don't know, it was just fun. You got to watch it anyway.
I have to look that up. I haven't seen it, but I loved it. I grew up in theater, so The Wiz is near and dear to my heart. And I loved it. I thought it was a really good show. It's the best live show that NBC has done because the last two were not so great. So I wasn't really eager to see this one just because the last two haven't been that good. But this one was really, really good. Mm-hmm. And now I'm nervous because Grease Live is coming out in January on Fox. Fox is going to try to do their own thing. And it doesn't look so
Who's going to be on Grease Live?
Vanessa Hudgens.
Oh.
Okay.
Keke Palmer. Carly Rae Jepsen. And Julianne Hough.
I don't even know who that is.
Really? Julianne Hough?
Yes.
As what?
as Sandy. So it's going to be really good, and that will be out in January.
Say so. Huh. Well, I was watching The View. I was watching The View today, and I was... did you guys still watch The View at all, ever? Like, just check it out?
Yes, I watch it, and I want to say, I've said on the show before, I'm a big Raven Simone fan, but I'm officially burnt.
She hasn't been on there all week, or last week either.
Oh.
Wasn't there a rumor saying that she was fired?
That was a long time ago, though.
No, I'm talking just recently. They were saying that she was fired because of an opinion, something she said on the air or something.
She said several things.
I don't think they'd fire her. That's the reason of the show. But from the beginning of the show has always been the talk of the town because somebody's always saying something, and those are the people that they keep. It's the people that are on the show, like the whole last cast, that are politically correct and they're sweet and
boring as
those
fuck.
are the ones that get fired. Yeah,
Yes.
It's the ones like Raven and like the redheaded gal. I can't think of her name.
Michelle?
Joe Behar.
Joy
and
Behar. Joy.
Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell. Those are the types of people that, they stay on the show. So I don't really see her going anywhere unless she quits because she's tired of, getting.
I don't see her going anywhere. What happens though, Jason? The reason she hasn't been on there in a while is because she and Candace Cameron Bure, they kind of split their time because she's been filming in LA or whatever. And so when Candace is on there, most of the time, and not all the time, but most of the time when Candace is on there, she takes the place of Raven and vice versa. And sometimes they're on together, but not that often. So just because she hasn't been there in a week doesn't really mean anything because they've done it before. So it's not a big deal. But I was thinking about the show, and I was thinking about if we had to choose between them among us, who would be whom on that show? I know who I think.
Probably,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I would probably identify with Raven, just like I said, I always have identified with her, but I am more down to earth and more in touch with reality than she is. And I think before I speak. So I wouldn't say that I believe everything that she has to say, but as far as a positive, spunky type of personality, I feel like I identify with her the most. And that's the reason she's on the show. They're trying to get people my age. So
right. What about you, Jason?
Yeah. I would say Whoopi.
Whoopi? Why would you say that you're like Whoopi?
Because Whoopi's kind of like the voice of reason on the show. And Whoopi, not saying that, I'm the voice of reason here, but I mean, just like in my life, it's like, she's the voice of reason. She's always like the person. She kind of says it like it is. So, I guess to a certain extent. But I just identify most with her because a lot of the things when they're talking about certain topics, me and her normally have the same opinion on it for the most part. So I would just say it would definitely be Whoopi. I would say Raven too, if I, as far as the outspokenness, but I wouldn't be so, harsh about it, I guess. But mainly Whoopi with a little bit of maybe, half a teaspoon of Raven. I don't know.
So Whoopi and Raven. Both the black girls. Y'all like the black girls on there.
I love my black girls. What about you?
Oh, I was thinking about it, and I was trying to think of the current cast who I'd be most like. I mean, of all the casts thus far, I'd probably be most like Rosie O'Donnell. I'm very just like, that's probably who I would be. And a lot of people don't like her, and that's the way I am too, so it's fine. But
yeah, I can definitely see you being Rosie.
Yeah, I'm very much like Rosie O'Donnell. But on the current cast, I would say probably Joy Behar is probably who I'd be most like in terms of what she thinks and things. Yeah.
Yeah, I like her a lot. I like to watch her. She's entertaining.
She used to have her own show actually when she left The View initially, and it was actually really good. It was on HSN.
Oh yeah, I watched it a few times. It was good.
It was really good. It was canceled, but it was really good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just laughing at your response.
Oh, I thought you were going to say. I thought you were taking a breath to say something. I'm sorry. Okay, it's cool. But anyway, I was just curious. And then, today they had who the fuck did they have on there? I was going to talk about. Who do they have on there? Oh my god, it just went out of my head. Who do they? Oh, they had Whitney Williams on there today. Wendy Williams was on.
Oh, I saw the commercial. I saw them. And how is that?
It was interesting. It was kind of what's the word? Strained, a little strained to me, because Wendy, I don't know how to explain it, but when people connect, they connect. You know what I mean? There wasn't like a big connection between them. It just was like sort of like I'm here to do promotion. That's it. But
Well, it kind of felt the same way when Nene was on there. I think.
But Nene's was worse than this one. But yes, it was similar to that. But Wendy Williams, it's funny because she's so tall, right? She's 5'11" for a woman. She usually wears heels, and she's like 6'6" or whatever, 6'4", whatever, with heels. And she was talking about how she's talked about on her show before how long her legs are versus her torso. Well, proportionately, she's like malproportioned. Like she has a